Good evening to everybody. And blessed solemnity, not even just a feast day, solemnity of the Holy Trinity. So I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of the homily, just so that if you don't like what follows, at least you remember the main points. Okay, so the main points are going to come down to this: that God is love, and that love always implies gift of self. And this is what we're celebrating in the Trinity, is that God, being a Trinity, he's not just like a monad. He's not just, one monolithic block of godliness. He is a relationship. And it's because he is love. That implies there always has to be a lover and somebody who is loved, right? And God is this relationship of constantly giving and receiving the gift of the others, infinitely and perpetually and totally. That is what love is about. So anyway, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. No, just joking. So I remember just a little image to kind of reflect that. When I lived in Asia, I don't know if any of you know, but Thailand is famous for sad TV commercials. They're very well done, but they seem to love having their heartstrings pulled. And I remember this one commercial. I don't even remember what they were advertising. It was probably a bank or something. But you see this little girl, little Thai girl. I think she's about 6 years old maybe. And it's just her and her dad. I don't know what happened to mom. Apparently mom's not in the picture. I didn't ask any questions. But she's saying, "My dad is the smartest dad in the world." And he's this really likable looking guy. And you see him standing next to the daughter and looking at the suit and combing the hair. And he is the most handsome. He is the smartest. He is the cleverest, he is the kind, and you're going through all these different, every time she says something like he's the kindest, and you see him paying a tip to some, waiter. He is my Superman. And then the music gets sad. But he lies. He lies about having a job. And you see him when she's not looking, running around trying to find any job he can. And one day he's got the sandwich boards on, and the next day he's washing windows. He's just doing whatever. He lies about having money. He lies that he's not tired. And you see him carrying these, it's Asia, so he's probably carrying a bag of rice, but you see him loading this stuff up on his shoulders, carrying these heavy loads. He lies that he's not hungry. And he's, giving food to the daughter and saying, "Oh, no, I'm not hungry. Don't worry about me. You take it." He lies that we have everything. He lies about his happiness. He lies because of me. And this little girl, what I forgot to mention at the beginning is this story that she was telling was like a homework assignment that she was writing down. So it's written down on handwritten paper, presumably for her school, and then presumably at the end she had to show it to Dad. And then you see Dad crying and the girl crying and embracing. But the point was this. The point is, where there is love, you sacrifice yourself for the one that you love. Where there is love, you make yourself a gift. You focus your effort, your energy, everything. It's not about you. It is about the person that you love. And when there are mutual relationships of love, how cool is that? When both sides are doing it, or when there's a Trinity, even better. The root of our faith, like I said, is a God who is love, a God who is relationships of love, and love that gives itself to each other. So I'm going to ask you to, what's the word I want? Two questions for want of another word, because I couldn't think of the word. I'm too stupid to think of the word I was looking for, so we'll just say 2 questions. Number 1, if our faith comes down to love, how much of my time and energy do I spend complaining about how I'm treated, or how people act, or why people are so annoying, or whatever the case may be? And how much am I willing to make myself a gift? Father, Son, Holy Spirit,